Hello and welcome back to another edition of Mainly NBA. Before we get started, I'd appreciate if you would like the video and subscribe to the channel. And with that being said, let's get right into it. So first off, we have some more kind of serious news. And I mean, like probably most guys watching this, like myself, I feel like my fandom's pretty innocent. You know, it doesn't go beyond like cheering for my team, maybe making fun of the opposing players. But there's obviously some guys that take it way too far. I know we saw it last year with Danny Green, but apparently it's happening again this year with Jae Crowder, which seems kind of odd because it doesn't seem like he's done anything to really get himself that negative publicity or negative spotlight. But Jae Crowder posted on his Instagram saying that he's been getting death threats, and he's been saying he's getting a lot of them for a pretty extended period of time. I mean, this is something that now he's fearing that the safety of his family, so he's upping his security. But there's just something that really shouldn't have to happen. I think a lot of the people that do this are very, I'm assuming most of them are pretty immature, probably not very sane in the head. I'm hoping those people begin to realize that these guys aren't just characters on a TV show. They are real life people, and these threats really do affect them and their families. Now, on a lighter note, we have some NBA trade talk. And the name being mentioned is a 3-time world champion, and that is Javale McGee. Javale McGee has been linked to the Nets. I think a deal like that would probably include just like maybe a second-round pick or two, because now they have Jared Allen, so they don't really have the leverage of, you know, Javale McGee and solid playtime for him, because now they have Jared Allen and Drummond. So McGee's kind of getting squeezed out of a lot of minutes. So they'll probably throw a second-round pick and whatever they need. I'm not exactly sure what McGee's contract is, but I don't think it's that big. So whatever they need to match to make that contract work. Like I said in a previous video, the one discussing the James Harden trade, the Nets are very thin on big men right now because all they really have on the roster for guys that have played significant minutes in the NBA is DeAndre Jordan. He's an older guy. We don't know how his body's going to hold up. He's been fairly durable throughout his career, but he definitely hasn't been injury-free. Excuse me. But I think adding Javale McGee would be a huge help. He's been a guy that's been a solid role player. He doesn't need the ball at all. He's one of those guys, he'll just play defense, score only off putback dunks, and just easy cuts to lane. And he'll be a really good guy to kind of fit around their offensive firepower that they have with them. I think the funniest part about this trade is that Javale McGee and Shaq, I'm sure most of you guys have already seen this. If not, I would suggest looking it up. But Shaq and Javale McGee have a pretty big beef. And if Javale McGee were to get traded to the Nets and the Nets win a championship, he then now ties Shaq for 4 championships, which I think personally would be very funny. So I'd really kind of like to see that. I'm rooting for Javale McGee wherever he goes. He's a guy that's really turned into a really fun player to watch. And so I wish him the best, and I would like to the NBA trade rumors start to heat up and the trades start being made. I think that's almost, you know, some of the most fun I have during the NBA season. But thank you guys for watching. Once again, if you haven't liked or subscribed yet, I'd appreciate if you do so. And I'll probably be back later this week